You're watching Two Button Crew,
the daily show for Nintendo fans.
This is Simeon.
And this is Scott.
And we are the crew.
And you are the crew.
And we talk about Nintendo daily.
Yes, we do.
Week daily, we stream on Saturdays.
Yes, we do.
Anything new in the Nintendo world? Anything fresh?
We are on top of it.
That's right.
We are on top of it. Something that is fresh is Yoshi's Woolly World.
I just subconsciously grabbed Yoshi's nose.
Yes.
So
Scott has played a little bit of Yoshi's Woolly World. He's gotten a chance to play it a little bit. So we're going to do a little bit of a review. I'm going to ask Scott a few questions about his impressions from the game, and he'll tell you guys if it's worth playing.
I'm sure some people are wondering about this one. It's not necessarily something you can go out and buy day one.
Right.
It is $50 rather than $60, which kind of implies that maybe Nintendo isn't even marketing it as this, tentpole entry or software to move Wii U units. It's
right.
It's a little something.
Except for, I think they lowered the price probably so that you would buy the huge, gigantic Yoshi plushie Amiibo. So
their profits have already been recouped.
Yes, that thing is adorable. So, how is Woolly World different from other games in the Yoshi franchise? Yoshi's a long-running franchise.
Yeah.
How is this one doing something different?
Well, the most apparent thing that you notice right away is the style, because the entire game is crafted out of yarn, much like Kirby's Epic Yarn. The codename is even Yarn Yoshi, so the whole thing is just stylistically extremely different from anything in the series. But not only is that visually, they actually take the yarn and incorporate it into a ton of gameplay. Like Shy Guy's spears are like knitting needles and stuff. They're ready to, unspool you and everything. There's lots of unraveling things. Like if you see little fuzzy cords sticking out, you can yank on them and pull back entire parts of the layer level. You can see enemies burrowing underneath the cloth,
So cool.
Like little children playing under rugs or something. So, and then Yoshi is also made of yarn himself. So he does little transformations, like you drop into the water and his feet turn into a propeller, and the yarn just rearranges and stuff. So the whole game is based off yarn visually and made it into a lot of the gameplay elements too. So it's pretty neat.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So how is the multiplayer in this game? I know that's something that they kind of pushed quite a bit.
Yeah.
What is the multiplayer like?
Well, I was really happy to see that there was a multiplayer because it's such a visually attractive game that pretty much anybody can see it and be interested in it. Like girlfriends, wives, what else? Who else do I have? No, I'm just kidding. Parents.
Yeah, I don't want to go there.
Kids, everybody. Could really like this. So it's cool that multiple people can get on the action, but I was pretty disappointed with how the multiplayer felt. Like, I played with my wife, and we have a nickname for girlfriend mode, which is where a second player can kind of help. But I think it's more than that, because they get their whole own Yoshi and everything, but we were constantly eating each other on accident, which not only disrupted movement and stuff, but you lose your entire string of eggs that you've been collecting.
Ooh,
so
that's bad.
I wouldn't have gone that far with it. You can lick people up and spit them out intentionally, but 9 times out of 10 it was an accident.
Right.
So it was kind of cumbersome. We got in each other's way a lot. Think New Super Mario Bros. We kind of and just it wasn't as cooperative as it was meant to be, so kind of lost some points there.
That's sad. Nintendo fixed that.
Yeah.
The girlfriend mode, some people want that, but
you can't expect
good.
The girlfriend to not be accidentally making you lose all your yarn balls all the time.
Yeah, that's disappointing when it's such a cute game.
Yeah.
So we talked about the Amiibo, the very adorable plushie Yoshi Amiibo.
Yep.
What does Amiibo compatibility add to this game?
There's a ton of Amiibo compatibility, which is great because whatever your collection may be, you can kind of import it into this game. There's all different kinds of Yoshis that are styled after like the whole Smash Bros. Series and the other Amiibo that are out too. So you can unlock some costumes along the way just by playing the game without Amiibo. Like I played a game that had, or a level which had some watermelons in it, and then I unlocked Watermelon Yoshi. But if you scan your Amiibo, you can have Sheik Yoshi and Bowser Yoshi and whatever you may have. Also, if you scan Yarn Yoshi himself, then you can have like a second AI as if you're playing co-op, but it's another Yoshi. So
very cool. Very cool. So what are the worst things about this game? What are the best things about this game? What are the highs and lows of I almost call it Yarn Yoshi, of Woolly World?
Well, we already definitely touched on the biggest negative, which is the clunky multiplayer. It wasn't executed well. And then also something I thought was really odd is that the overworld is laggy. It's like missing frames.
What?
And maybe it's intentional, but it feels very skippy and like I'm using a broken D-pad or something.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Nintendo, don't do that.
But then you get into the level and it's like silky smooth. So I don't know why the overworld is as odd feeling as it is. As far as the best things about the game, because that's really all I have negative to say. There's a ton of variety. There's new things pretty much in every level, which is good for keeping you interested, but also if you don't like part of the gameplay, then it's pretty much gone in a level or two. So you don't have to, nothing really gets repetitive.
That's good.
The graphics are incredible. I think I was playing this and then trying out some Splatoon, and I think Splatoon looks pretty bad, especially compared to Yarn Yoshi, Yoshi's World. The graphics are just... What was that?
That was my...
Your headphone.
Yeah, my headphones.
Cameo appearance.
Yes.
What was I saying?
You were saying that Yarn Yoshi looks much better than
Splatoon. The amount of detail that went into it, like, you know how when yarn is like ruffled, then there's the little fuzzes sticking out and stuff. They're everywhere, and
that's so cool.
Yeah, it looks like hyper realistic. I mean, the care that the developers put into this game is so evident because they like made all these things in real yarn before they even tried to put it into the game. So they got really up close and personal with the yarn and knew how all of it looked and worked and everything. So
see, that's a way to make a game is get your hands on it, make some practical stuff that you can handle, and then you can understand it a little bit better.
Also, it's got collectibles galore. You know how Super Mario, that'll be like the 3-star coins you get in each level? This has like 4 Yoshi pellets and 5 daisy faces and like all the beads that you can have to get a certain amount of, and then I think there's like even more stuff.
Holy cow.
For each and every level, and then when you get all that, it unlocks special world and everything.
So the replayability factor goes up.
Yeah, totally.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So final thoughts on this. What would you give it as a score of 1 to 10 or 0 to 10 if it was really that bad, which I have a feeling it isn't.
No. I definitely recommend it. It's a good way to get some more mileage out of your Amiibo. It is, I mean, if we put more practice into multiplayer or you played with a more experienced person, then it probably wouldn't be as frustrating, but it's just not the game for like first time gamers. So with how amazing the graphics are and the variety and all the levels and everything, minus the multiplayer and the weird overworld problems, probably 7.7.
7.7. That's not bad. That's still a good score.
I almost added another digit to that.
You almost did.
7.71. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, that's still pretty good.
Yeah.
So go out, get Yarn Yoshi today, or Yoshi's Woolly World. We kept calling it that.
They shouldn't do code names.
No, they shouldn't.
Sonic Wildfire. What even is that game? Sonic and the something
Secret
about rings.
Sonic and the Secret Rings, where he has the fire flaming out his chest. So anyways,
codenames just throw you off.
It's $50. It's cheaper. Go get the really cute Yoshi Amiibo for $35. There's also the smaller one that's cheaper, but we all know which one. So thank you guys for liking, for commenting, for subscribing, and most of all, if you did like what you saw, please do share it with your friends.
Yeah, get us out there on the internet, guys.
Yes.
Well, Peace out. Enjoy some yarn, Yoshi.
Yes. Signing out.